On the marine ship, Lieutenant Iron Fist Full Body poured a glass of red wine for a lady beside him, flaunting his charm. Meanwhile, on the Going Merry, Johnny spotted Zoro and rushed over to explain that Yasaku, his partner, had reopened an old wound and started bleeding. While recovering on a small reef island, someone from Luffy's ship had fired a cannonball that hit the island. Johnny came to take revenge. Realizing it was their cannon, Luffy and Usopp quickly apologized, but Johnny angrily said, sorry, wasn't enough. Nami came down, examined Yasaku, and diagnosed scurvy from lack of fresh fruit. She scolded them and told Luffy and Usopp to fetch limes. They returned with limes and squeezed juice into Yasaku's mouth. As he revived, Nami explained that pirates of the past often suffered the same way due to poor diet. Yasaku recovered and danced with Johnny before fainting again. They laid him down to rest. Later, in the kitchen, the crew discussed the importance of nutrition at sea. Luffy, serious for once, said they needed a cook. Johnny said he knew just where to find one and also told Zoro he had seen Hawkeye. He pointed them north-northeast. As they sailed, a floating restaurant appeared, the Baratai. But before they could reach it, a marine ship sailed beside them. It was Full Bodies again. He called out, demanding to know who the captain was. Luffy stepped forward and said, I'm Luffy. Usopp added, I'm Usopp. Full Body looked at their flag and said he didn't recognize it. Luffy replied they had just made it. Usopp proudly said he drew it. Full Body then noticed Johnny and Yasaku, saying he'd seen them before but didn't think much of them. They replied seriously and threw out wanted posters of pirates they'd helped capture. Nami picked up a specific poster and glared at it with anger. Suddenly, Full Body ordered his men to fire a cannon. Luffy said he had it, stretched his arm to catch the cannonball, but slipped. The ball flew straight into the Baratai restaurant, crashing through the wall. Inside, despite being injured, the head chef ordered the cooks to keep serving. Luffy was brought in, and he apologized for the damage. The chef, Zeph, said that was an issue to settle later. Soon Full Body entered the restaurant with his date. A waiter poured him wine. Full Body confidently described it by name and taste, but the waiter corrected him bluntly, it was the wrong wine. Full Body insisted he had ordered that exact one, but the waiter dismissed him again. The nearby customers laughed. The waiter told him to eat his soup before it cooled, adding that he wasn't a waiter but the sous chef, Sanji. Full Body was humiliated. Outside, Nami, Zoro, and Usopp approached the restaurant. Inside, Luffy pleaded with Zeph not to make him work for a full year. He said he'd waited 10 years to become a pirate and asked to work just a few weeks. Zeph kicked him away without interest. Meanwhile, Full Body secretly dropped a bug into his soup. He called Sanji and asked how a bug got in there. Sanji, unfazed, said he didn't know much about bugs. Full Body angrily slammed the table. Sanji touched the soup and said he could have just removed the bug and eaten the rest. Full Body, furious, stepped on Sanji's foot. Sanji immediately beat him down and warned that making a cook angry at sea is like committing suicide.